9 reasons you do not want a German Shepherd dog. You want a German Shepherd, of course. If not, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. It's really good by conducting your research and spending the time to consider the issues specific to your chosen breed. You have already taken the first step toward becoming a responsible purebred dog owner. Following are 9 reasons you might want to reevaluate your decision to purchase a German Shepherd dog. Number 1. It's difficult to discover good breeders. Yes, Shepherd breeders can be found all throughout. But finding a reliable German Shepherd dog breeder might be challenging. Responsible breeders, among other things. First, provide written documentation of their dog's health exams, guarantee against severe hip dysplasia and other inherited disorders. Second, exchange your dog or refund your money if serious health issues appear. Demand that you return the dog to their kennels if you are unable to keep it. Maintain a waiting list of puppy buyers. Carefully screen, ask questions of each buyer. Third, happily respond to your inquiries. Be able to explain why a specific breeding should result in pups that represent the breed well, and invite you to sign a contract outlining the conditions and obligations. Number 2. Socialization. Although socialization to humans, other dogs, cats, young children, loud noises, crowds, and the outside world is essential for all dogs, it is particularly crucial for GSDs. You shouldn't ignore socialization in the mistaken belief that it will train your dog to be a protection dog. In actuality, the dog will develop a fear of strange situations and, if called upon to defend you, will be only concerned with protecting himself. How does this affect you? You'll take your new puppy out every day, gradually introducing him to new sights and sounds, various people, etc. Number 3. Good German Shepherd dogs are hard to find. What, shouldn't the breeder be responsible for this? No, and yes. Finding a competent breeder will help you win this war in half. See number 1. In terms of a breeder, bloodlines, temperament, conformation, and health, demand nothing less than the best. In other words, seek elsewhere if the shepherd or puppy you are contemplating deviates significantly from the standard, AKC, SV, and FCI. Do make exceptions for rescued dogs that might not have the best breeding. You might be surprised at the amount of well-bred shepherds in rescue. However, be conscious of the faults each dog has and be able to spot a truly exceptional example of the breed when you encounter one. Number 4. German Shepherd's dogs are unique. Why wouldn't you desire a distinctive dog? For a lot of the reasons mentioned above as well as more. Because they are less doggy than most breeds, Shepherds have been referred to as the Cadillac of dogs. This is undoubtedly the case if you have the patience, wisdom, and time required to carefully select and raise your child. For you and other people, a bored, irritable, ill-trained, or untrained German Shepherd dog can turn into a nightmare. When you own a German Shepherd dog, you and he become representatives of the breed, thus he must always be portrayed as a clean, healthy, well-groomed, and expertly trained member of his species. Number 5. Training. The GSD is a big dog that often weighs 65 to 90 pounds or more. A German Shepherd dog must be trained to behave properly in the home and around visitors, children, and the elderly. He cannot be allowed to run loose and intimidate bystanders. Although German Shepherds are generally not difficult to train, positive reinforcement training is more effective than training that uses harsh techniques, such as choke or shock collars. Shepherds must also be exercised by you and/or kept in a yard with a physical fence. A competent Shepherd owner should not opt for electronic or subsurface fencing. Number 6. Temperament. German Shepherd dog temperament should ideally be assessed on an individual basis, as with any breed. A dog must be poised, yet when the situation demands, eager and alert, both fit and willing to serve in whatever role as friend, according to the breed standard. Number 7. Health problems. The GSD is not a breed for those who want to buy the first puppy they see, go home, and then spend their money on another dog. In fact, you should never do this with any puppy, for a number of reasons. Like any large breed, German Shepherds are susceptible to canine hip dysplasia, a debilitating and possibly fatal condition. Responsible breeders can test for many of the congenital disorders that affect dogs and thereby prevent them. To discover out what issues have arisen in your breeder's lines, you must be prepared to question your breeder. Any breeder who claims that there have never been any health issues in his lines is either lying or has neglected to contact the puppy owners. Run in the opposite way, do not walk. Such difficulties will also be known to good GSD rescuers, as well as whether the rescue dog you're thinking about has displayed any symptoms of or had treatment for any health issues while with the rescue. Number 8. Bonding. German Shepherds develop strong attachments to their owners, often to the point where frequent rehoming can lead to behavioral issues brought on by insecurity. Please don't buy a German Shepherd if you are thinking about getting one but don't know what will happen to the dog when you move, get a new job, get married, have kids, etc. Wait until your situation is stable before letting your dogs out, or any other dogs. You must be prepared to care for the dog for the rest of his life because German Shepherd dogs can live between 10 and 14 years. Furthermore, this bond mandates that your GSD reside with you in the home, not outside in a cage or chained in the yard. Perish the thought. German Shepherds in particular require frequent and intimate engagement with their owners because they are pack animals. Number 9. German Shepherd dog need a job. A person who simply wants a dog should not choose this breed. If you can't find job for your GSD, he'll make something on his own. To keep your Shepherd happy and healthy, you must engage him in a canine sport or activity like tracking, agility, obedience training, flyball, schutzhund, search and rescue, flying disc, herding, or anything similar, and your sanity intact. Expecting your GSD to be content with lying around the house all day and doing nothing when you get home is unrealistic. A few laps around the block are only warm-up exercises for a GSD. He will need both mental and physical activity.